Week 12, another personal game, the Eagles. We have to wait 12 weeks to play the Eagles.
But we're pretty far out in the schedule. We're going head to head with them, but I'm looking forward to it.
I am as well, and I think
Well, we're back, New York Football Giants fans, the mother and son. Here we are, family bonding, ready to chat with you about our opinions, which of course are important because no one else's,
always.
on the 2021 season schedule for the New York Football Giants. So excited to be here with the son. I'm the mother. Let's get right into it. Son, what do we got?
All right, so I'm going to start off by saying I believe the New York Giants have one of the easiest schedules out of the NFL. I believe that we have a chance to not only win the division, but make it to the playoffs.
Stop the cap.
Will we win round one? I don't know about all that, but I think we have a shot because the competition we have is not that great. There are some tough games in there, but it's way easier than last year. Last year was definitely harder than this. So I'm going to start off real quick by going through each week and highlighting
right.
certain things. Let's start off with week 1, where it's our Giants home opener, which is great, and it's against the Broncos. They were 5-11 last season, and they placed last in their division. So this should be an easy win. I don't want to say it's going to be a dominant performance, but let's just say it should be an easy win. There shouldn't be that many challenges. The defense has improved, especially over the second half of the season last year. It's been way better. I expect them to come in fully loaded, ready to go. I think the defense will continue to be a top 10 defense in this league. Let's see what happens with the new people that we've acquired. Let's go with week 2. It's an away game.
We've got Washington football, it looks like.
Yes, Thursday night at that. We're going to see what Mr. Fitzpatrick, the old timer, I think he's like 37 at this point. He's really old. We're going to see with the old timer if he has anything left in the tank because he's going to be going against our young guys. So, and like I've said before, Daniel Jones is still undefeated against the Washington football team. So let's see if he can keep that streak going. And I believe this was the first victory for Joe Judge as a coach last season when he played the Washington football team. We have week 3, the Falcons. I think that's going to be another easy win. Why?
Yep.
4-12 last season. They're not the best.
Nope.
And I don't want to say they've only acquired, but they got Kyle Pitts, who is the best tight end and probably the best receiver coming out of the draft. Big time player. So we'll see if we have any sort of answers for this guy. We'll see what he gives us.
Yeah.
But I'm not really worried about the Falcons. They always find ways to lose. So let's go on to week.
You say they find ways to lose.
Oh yeah, all the time. They choke. They're notorious for winning or having leads of 20 or more points and then losing the game. They're very notorious for that. Let's go to week 4, the Saints. That is not going to be an easy game. Although they don't have Drew Brees anymore, I still think that is a team we should be worried about. They have weapons like Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, people that our defense are going to need to worry about. Their defense is also not bad. It's not a defense that I would take lightly. Let's see how they look coming into the season. But for right now, I think that's going to be a tough one. We might have to give that one a potential loss. So for right now, that would hold us at 3-1. Let's go to week 5. This game is going to be personal because it's against the freaking Cowgirls. As you know, and if you've seen our reaction to the first round draft, the Cowboys gave the Eagles the number 10 pick, and we had to watch Devontae Smith get robbed from us. So we have 2 teams to blame for that. The Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
We will be taking care of business week 5, hopefully. That
better.
will be marked in red on my calendar. Week 6, we are playing the Rams. And last season, we had a very interesting game against them. I remember I was horrified, and I was like, we're going to get blown out. I thought they were going to kill us because I believe they beat a team by 30-something points the week before we played them. So when the outcome was that it was a very close game, I was very shocked. It's unfortunate because in that game, we were struggling to score points. Let's hopefully pray with the acquisition of Mr. Tony, your guy.
Tony.
Let's hope with the acquisition of him, and hopefully Saquon can stay healthy through 3 friggin' weeks. Let's see what happens, and maybe we could actually score some touchdowns, get some points on the board. So if we move on to week 7, this is going to be an interesting game. It's against the Carolina Panthers. James Bradbury is from the Carolina Panthers, and the Carolina Panthers have the quarterback Sam Darnold that they acquired from the Jets within a trade. So let's see how Sam Darnold performs for the Panthers in the first couple of weeks. I don't want to just write him off and say that's going to be an easy victory. They still have Christian McCaffrey. He's a stud, big time player for the Panthers. He's their running back. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we'll be able to contain him. Their offensive line is nothing to really be worried about. I think that we'll be able to do things and get to the backfield and stop them from getting yards on the ground with Mr. McCaffrey. Moving on to week 8, we have the Chiefs loss. Bruh. I don't have anything else. I don't have anything else to say.
Let's just call it. We're just calling it now. It's a dud for the Giants against the Chiefs.
Right now we're sitting at what I think would be a 5-3 record. We play against the Oakland Raiders week 9. It's the last time we played them. It was the infamous game where Ben McAdoo decided to bench Eli Manning and ruin his record.
The Mac attack on Eli.
Macabum. Got him. Ruined Eli Manning's record of games played and put in Geno Smith, who had a very lackluster performance, and we didn't win anyway. So there was no point. It was egregious. Very egregious.
It was bad.
Now, this game I think that's also going to be a tough game. I don't think it's going to be an easy win. I don't think they're going to have an easy time with us. I think that's going to be a slugfest. It might come down to a one-possession game. Win or loss, I'm not entirely sure. If I had to guess right now, I would say we have a chance and put us at 6-3 because I'm biased.
All right. Let's just stay positive.
Yeah, I think with what we have, I think that we can do this. Week 10 is a bye. Week 11 we play the Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm probably going to just say it's a loss.
Yeah, I think that's another one we could fairly call now as a Debbie Downer for the Giants.
It's the defending champs. It's the defending champs of Tom Brady. They're coming off of a Super Bowl season, so they're probably looking to repeat. They're looking to repeat.
Yeah.
So I don't know Giants fans. That's gonna be rough.
And also, I would say that the only way I think we have a chance if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers squad gets mangled somehow in the first couple of weeks and they have a bunch of guys out, maybe some sort of flu virus on Brady. That's terrible. That's terrible. But I really think I think that's the only option that would lead to a win for the Giants against the Tampa Bay this season. Yeah.
Or the defense comes through and surprises us because they surprised us last season. There were so many games that we thought we were going to get blown out. We were very close to the Tampa Bay Bucks. We were only down by 2 points. And once again, we struggled on offense. That was our only issue. And guess what? We had no Saquon. So a lot of these games would have probably been winners if we had Saquon. So let's see. If Saquon's healthy, I still think it's going to be a loss. So that would put us at 6-4 right now. So right now we're 6-4. Yes, in Saquon we trust. Mm-hmm. Week 12. Another personal game. The Eagles. We have to wait 12 weeks to play the Eagles. So hopefully by then we've figured everything out because I hope we give them hell.
We usually play them much earlier in the season. There is one, according to the schedule I'm looking at right now on this day, there's one preseason game that hasn't been determined. That could end up being an Eagles game. We normally do play them in preseason, but we're pretty far out in the schedule. We're going head to head with them, but I'm looking forward to it.
I am as well, and I think that the team will have adjusted to the season by then, so it'll be a good game. In my fantasy world, I want it to be a blowout, and I want the Giants to win by 50. But that's probably not going to happen.
No, it's a little bit, a little bit dreaming. But who am I to take away somebody's dreams?
Moving on, we have Week 13 against the Dolphins. That one's going to be a toss-up. They have a lot of young talent, very promising young talent, with the acquisition of Jalen Waddle. Tua Tagovailoa has a very familiar receiver, so that one's a little bit of a concern to me. I don't want to write it off as us losing. But I can't say that I'm confident we'll win that game. It's going to come down. That's going to be a close game, I think. And it's going to be difficult. I might have to put us at 6-5 after that. We may almost be 500. We're playing against the Chargers, Week 14. Herbert was sensational in his rookie season. Does that mean the Chargers necessarily win this game against us? No. I think the Chargers don't really have enough talent for them to be actually a significant threat for us, at least for our defense, because our defense is very talented. We have a lot of depth. I think we'll be okay against the Chargers. So I'm going to put us at 7-5. Cowboys again. The Cowboys. Now, I don't want to just write off the Cowboys and say we're going to win because it's a division rival. It's important that you win at least one game to help with the standings in your division. I'm going to say somehow the Cowboys might beat us, and that puts us at 7-6. And then,
Jamie, I'm looking, and I think that's a home game for us, isn't it? I think, I'm looking.
I believe it is a home game.
It is. We might need
If it's
to
a
be
home
present
game,
for
we
that.
might be good then. So that means the first
We
Cowboys
might
game
need
we
to be
have to win.
present for it. We might
Yeah.
need to go to the game.
I think we need to go. We'll have to go. I think we'll need to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that we go 1-1 in our division with the Cowboys and Eagles, but I'm gonna say we sweep the Washington football team. Bears, I think we can beat the Bears. That's not gonna be an easy game, at least for the defense. Daniel Jones is gonna have a hard time. Our defense should be okay. It's gonna be a rookie quarterback. Not that many weapons. He doesn't have that many. They only have a couple.
Nah.
I think that's gonna be a victory. So I put us at 8-6 right now. We have Washington football team. I think that's going to be we sweep them in our division. So all in all, after looking at the whole schedule and doing our analysis, I believe that the New York Giants will finish this season 10-7.
One of the things that I see with the schedule is that that makes it somewhat easy or identified as an easy lineup for the season. That there are quite a few teams we're playing that are developing key members of their team.
Right.
Or there's brand new faces, and they have to learn their systems, and hopefully we can capitalize on that, just as you've suggested with these wins. Now, if we could just go ahead and just have your set win, I'd be happy. But unfortunately, that's not how things work.
No, it's not.
All right. Well, we've done our recap of the 6 picks that the New York Giants made. Is there anybody who among those 6 that you feel could be instrumental in this lineup should they make the roster?
I read an article about Ellison Smith, and he was very shocked that the Giants even drafted him after Azeez Ojulari was picked in the second round. He said that he's excited to fit his role as a special teams player. He already knows that Azeez Ojulari will get more playtime than him. He's already accepted that role, but he said whatever time he gets on the field, he will give it his all. I like that. I think because it looks like he's hungry and he feels like he has a chip on his shoulder, I expect him to make the roster. Azeez Ojulari and Kadarius Toney are definitely making the roster. You don't get a first round and second round pick and not have them make the roster. Otherwise, you're stupid. Out of the round 3, out of the DBs rather that we picked up, the corners, I think they both will make it only because we actually need reserves. There's only one player who I think that's not going to make the roster, and it's potentially that running back, Gary Brightwell from Arizona. Only because if everybody is healthy that we have, I don't see why he'd ever have a roster spot. We'll have to see.
Right,
that's the only if one for me.
It sounds like you agree that our pickups during the draft could be instrumental, and that they're going to make the roster. We'll see. Jamie's predictions, the Suns' predictions. We'll see. This was another enlightening episode where at least we were mostly pleasant, and I like these because there's good energy. And what we really want for you to do is to keep watching, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please like this video. Please share this video. We appreciate all the comments and the love that you're giving for our off-season episodes that we're putting together just to keep things going. There's a lot going on in the off-season. Preseason, I guess, starts with when camp starts, right? That's what we start calling preseason. So
right.
we'll keep you apprised. We'll stay on top of it, and we'll come back at you with another episode of Family Bonding, the mother and son post-game show. Preseason, hopefully. All right, everybody. Take care.
Take
Go
care.
Giants.
Big Blue.